All right, guys, welcome to the Saturday call again, where things happen. Oh, the birthday girl's coming in, though. We all need to say happy birthday. Well, I assume that her incognito Zoom user is our birthday girl. Hello, happy
Oh,
birthday,
Sorry,
Barb.
I'm just I, I'm driving to my. Thank you so much. I'm just driving to my hairdresser, so I have to go in, but I'm gonna plug it into my ear.
Oh,
well,
well, happy
Rochelle's
birthday.
also, Rochelle must be at her hairdresser as well.
Yeah, Rochelle's got
It's
a whole look today. I love it.
it's 8 o'clock. I took my shower and put my curlers in, and here I am.
Oh,
My
how
God.
did you do that birthday thing with all the candles, the cakes flying in the chat? Did anybody see that just now?
No.
I saw some cake, so yeah, that's nice. Oh,
Oh,
thank
Whoever did that,
you.
do it again and then tell us how to do it.
I think it was Jocelyn, maybe? I don't know how she did it. Let's
Yeah.
Aw,
You
try.
just type happy birthday and it'll do it.
Oh,
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 oh. All right. Well, let's give her credit for doing something anyway. All right. Well,
all right.
guys, I started a tradition many years ago. And I would ask if you guys all chime in too. Let me see if that works. Yes, it works. Very good. Very, very good. All right, guys, you ready? Happy
happy
birthday
birthday
to
to you.
you. Happy
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 birthday
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 to
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 you.
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 Happy
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 birthday,
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 dear
dear
dear.
Barb.
Barb. Happy
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 birthday
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 to
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 you.
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 Thank
hey.
you,
Looking
thank you so
younger
much.
every year, Barb.
Oh, thank you.
And
Oh,
I
but
thanks
I,
to
think
Jerry, the road ahead of you is wide open and clear. I don't know if you can see Jerry's feed,
I
but
love it.
Absolutely.
looks like
On the road
Death
again.
Valley or something. I don't know where he's driving, but
Wyoming, West
Wyoming. Oh,
Wyoming,
okay,
on the
cool.
way to
Oh,
Utah.
Oh, okay, very cool. Well, how long are you driving a rig or
Now I have a Sprinter van,
sprint? Oh, I want one.
so
I
it's like a
want one.
courier business,
I want. What's that?
a courier business.
Very
So I drive
cool.
around the
Very cool.
country.
So, are you based in Wyoming?
No, I live in Georgia, just south of Chattanooga, and I'm on my way to Oregon, Portland, for delivery.
Jerry, I don't want to know.
wow.
Give us all right. I don't know how old the Sprinter is, but you got to give us the mileage at least because holy moly.
Well, it's a 2024. I bought it in August of 24, brand new, with 9 miles on it, and it has 258,000 miles on it now. I drive
whoa.
like
Holy.
15 or 16,000 miles a month.
Wow. Wow.
Wow.
Okay. All righty. I hope it's diesel.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Okay.
It's fantastic,
Yeah, I want one.
and
I want
I'm
one. I want.
excited about the product. This is fantastic. It's great. Buy one. Buy one.
Yeah, I want to get the high top, the big one with the high top, and I want 2 or 3 rows of seats for people and the rest for sound equipment for the events.
Okay, that's great.
That's
I
been
have it's a
my
high top, 170 extended.
yeah,
So that's the
170.
one
That's
you
what I
want.
want. Yep.
It's the biggest one. But I just say if you're going to get a diesel, just make sure you're putting a lot of miles on it because that's how it will treat you well. If you
Yeah,
don't put a
sure.
lot of miles and you don't drive it that much, just get a gasser because you'll be, you'll hate it because it'll cost you probably $10,000 every few years to fix the DEF system because it has to burn, it has to run.
Absolutely, no doubt about it.
Just FYI.
Heat is a very good thing for diesel, right? They don't shut them
Yeah,
off.
yeah,
Oh,
no.
okay, but listen, I don't know, but I'll ask Alexi if instead of DEF you could use Somaderm in the tank, and then I heard it works real. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Stomoderm is great for our tank. All right.
True,
Yeah, there
true.
you go.
All right, let's hand it back to Angel. Happy birthday, Barb. Jared, great to meet you. I'll see you soon.
Thank you. Great to meet you too.
Yes, awesome, awesome. Guys, we come together on Saturdays. So just if you're watching this recording, you're like, what the heck? We are a family here. We love to celebrate each other. It's Barb's birthday. Jerry's here sharing. We come and we have conversations, but this is really where you get around the campfire for your business. It's really where we start sharing like what is working for people. What are the conversations we're having at the beginning? I think we're already 25 minutes in, guys, and we had more conversations about objections and cost and all of that. I want to talk quickly, guys. You know me, I'm always doing research, right? So when we come to the cost objection with our product, when people ask me about our product and what it does, and I'm like, it balances hormones and it's a lifestyle product, and yes, it's $140 a month, but this is the results. If somebody can commit to 3 months, but then what about 12 months? And what about after that? And what if they get Pig's result and Teresa's result and all of these results that we share? What value is that, right? So do you really want to go cheap when it comes to your hormones? But I'm going to tell you guys, I've been doing some price comparisons in the industry. We are not expensive. We are not expensive whatsoever. I think last week we talked about how some of the products out there, yeah, sure, they're advertising an $85 price tag, but you need 3 bottles for 1 month supply. Another product is almost $190. Another product is $250. We are not priced high in the industry. What we need to remember also, if you're talking to network marketers and people like that, is that our product has consistently been $140, never gone up in price, and they always pay us in points. So 1 bottle of Somaderm keeps you qualified with New Life. And that is a huge advantage for us. Yes, I agree with Paul, and we said that last week, where it's like, hey, if Somaderm is if somebody's in pain and you're trying to sell them Somaderm and trying to get the upsell on the AWE, don't. Sell them AWE. Let them be a customer of the product, because they're going to come back to you and say, okay, what about that Somaderm you were talking about that can get to the root of my problems and actually start solving what's going on with my body? I'm so glad that we know AWE works. We know it works like right away. It works within 10 minutes. How many of us have been in an event or shared it with a prospect or a customer, and it works right away, right? Where you have somebody coming back to you going, wow, like what is that? And we had somebody in Toronto. I don't know if you shared this, but I think we did back when that happened, but she just used it on her finger. She had horrible back pain, but she used it on her arthritis on her finger, and that was her test, right? I'm not going to put it on my back, but I'll put it on my finger. And she came over to me and she was like, oh my gosh, is that product going to be at the event tomorrow? Because if it is, would you put it on my back? So we know that that's a seller, right? So go with the front seller, go with what the actual need is. Paul and I are doing these, you're going to see us working on these assessments and putting them out into the industry. And I think that there's a whole way that we can work these assessments into New Life, and how we really, by the time we're in a conversation with someone, we know exactly what their problems are and how we can solve them with a specific product. Not one, not two, not three. One to start with, if you can afford it, this one. If you can't, do this one, right? Knowing that whole thing. So we're going to talk. One thing I've been doing this last week as well is really analyzing what other companies are doing to create success, momentum, excitement. What are the systems they're using? What are the strategies they're using? And you know what I realized, and I had this conversation with Paul earlier on this week. We already have those systems and strategies. The problem is nobody's using them. And maybe we're not focusing on them enough. And maybe we're not saying this is the exact way. Do you guys remember, anybody who was here for the last 2 years, when our Saturday calls every single week was the business roadmap to success? And we did the same call. It was so boring for so many people, and so many people hated it. And it was like, I'm not going to come to the Saturday calls if we're not going to have this family thing, which was fine. But guess what? It was putting into your brain every single week. This is what we do. So guess what today's call is about? It's about those systems and it's a very cheesy PowerPoint. Paul, anything to say before I pull up
I
this?
do. I want to tell you something, that some of the strategies that we use work better in other countries than they work here. And I'm going to be straight with you guys. There is a call that happens every Tuesday, which is the info call, and it used to be called the freedom call. And it doesn't matter what we call it. You're supposed to be inviting people to that call, and then inviting people to that call. You got to have guests. And if that guest purchases the product and becomes a distributor, they get a free bottle of gel, right? Okay. maybe a couple of people in the years that we've been doing it have joined that way. But yet I did this morning, which was 8 o'clock this morning for me, which was 8 o'clock in the Philippines. We had 30 people on a call. We had a doctor explaining about hormones, not about Somaderm, about hormones. And he ended the hormone education. And if you guys ever watch the recording, it's half of it, you don't understand it because he's speaking Filipino. But those people, there were 32 people on that call. I gave 100 pesos, 250 pesos to the person who invited the most guests. 250 pesos is like peanuts, guys. It's like less than 20 bucks, whatever, right? She had 8 guests on the call. The
Wow.
second winner, that was Irma, Angel. And then the second winner for 100 pesos was Mom Ann, who had 5 people on the call. That's 13 guests. Then I said, anyone who joins with a Somaderm or more gets, on me now, not on the company, gets a free lift because I brought Lyft to the Philippines. Guess what? Within 40 minutes of the call, I had 2 enrollments and I owe 2 lifts in the Philippines. Okay. I said, if anybody buys an 8-pack by midnight tonight in the Philippines, which is another 30 minutes, I'll give them a bottle of free gel. I will. That's working. It's not working in the US. It's not working in Canada, but it's working over there. So listen to what Angel has to say, because we're going to give you stuff that other companies are using that are and is working in North America. It's not that what we're giving you isn't working. It's working somewhere. And I'm not telling you to go out and build a Filipino team. I'm just telling you the kind of results we should be getting. Imagine that call growing, because now everybody knows they could win 100 pesos, 250 pesos for inviting. If you guys want to do our own calls like that, I'll gladly do, whatever. But to be honest with you, in the US, if I told you whoever gets the most people on a call gets 20 bucks, you know what half of you are going to say? 20 bucks. Well, it's not even worth my time, right? Wait, am I trying to grow my business or I'm trying to grow your business? I don't have to give you a damn thing, right?
Mhm.
Or sorry, Pastor, a darn thing. But no, I got you, bro. I got you. I know. So no, but what I'm saying is that we got to find what's going to get people excited. Okay? We have to find what's going to work. Otherwise, it's not going to happen for you guys, right? We're not going to have. I'll go above and beyond, but the people. Marion, she's saying, she's got her hand up now too. Let's build Mexico. Are you still in Mexico?
Yes, I am.
Okay, well,
And
go
when
ahead.
I
I'm going to
heard
let you go, even though I'm stepping all over Angel's presentation today already. Right?
When you were talking pesos, my ears perked up
Oh, that's Philippine
because
pesos, but
I've got
yes.
a couple. Oh, Philippine pesos. Okay. But still,
I will get product to you in Mexico. I will do promotions for you in Mexico. Mexico responds to promotions as well. So.
Okay. All right. I just heard pesos and my ears perked up. And then because you said you offered 250 pesos, like here, that would turn heads as well.
Okay. Well, talk to Angel and
That
Teresa,
would,
and maybe we could set something up in a week or so
okay.
to start doing
Thank
presentations.
you.
Barb, birthday girl, we cannot go on if you do not speak. Your hand is up.
So I just wanted to say something before I go into my chair to get my hair done. I'm just waiting. So I'm having a lot of kickback regarding the Somaderm. People saying it's too expensive. People are saying that you can't be on it for a certain length of time. I was mentioning it to Teresa, saying, can we maybe have something like posted on Facebook saying that like the Somaderm HGH is homeopathic, there's no side effects, that we can be on it for life? Because I'm getting people saying, oh, it's not good, you can't be on it for too long because
This is
you're
so
going to
good.
have all
This
these side
actually goes,
effects.
it goes
And
completely in line with what we're training on today. Absolutely.
okay, perfect.
That is
Yeah, because
exactly.
we need,
Yeah, go ahead.
no, because ready? Um, okay, I gotta go. But
All right,
yeah,
show us
I
your hair
think it's
after.
very
We want to
important.
see it.
Okay.
I love
I think
you.
it's important that we have it in writing and put it in Facebook so
Mhm.
everybody can see it, because what I'm doing is I keep sharing stuff. And so
Mhm.
yeah, I gotta go. I'm still
So
Happy hair day. Angel,
So
let me cover the whole thing about you can't use it forever. That's you know what? I'm not going to say that. I'm going to open it up to the audience. We've been training you guys forever. Um, we noticed you have spoken. Lower your hand. Okay, all right. Oh my God, was that Facebook? Was that the Zoom was just
Zoom.
telling me you started talking. Did you see that?
Yes.
Again? It just all right, pal. You take it easy. That's what it's basically telling me. Okay. Anybody know the answer to that when you're saying you can't be on HGH too long? What's the
Yes.
first misconception that she's making?
Well, first of
So like
all,
the
that's why
injectables.
we take the 2 days off so
Yeah.
that your own body reproduces the HGH.
Okay, Teresa,
But
you
the
got another one? That it is true, but it's not what I was looking for, but that's all
the
right.
inject
Di, I did text you. Go ahead.
people get it mixed up with injectables.
Yeah, Teresa, I can barely hear you, but you sound like Danny.
Okay.
I see Teresa's lips moving and I hear Danny's voice.
I just say HH is the master hormone. The only the only people who don't need it are deceased. Dead people don't need it. If you're breathing, you need it. End
Okay.
of story.
All right, so
Done.
Danny, go ahead. Hold on, Danny, because I got to zero you guys in a little bit. And obviously, you haven't been listening to me, but it's okay. It's all correct, but I'm going to give you the knockdown drag out. Go ahead, Danny, because Danny's closest.
Oh yeah, I was just gonna say people like they'll Google HGH and they'll look, oh, it's injectables. Oh, that causes cancer, blah blah blah. Because I've had that. I've had people do that. I'm like, it's a micro dose of the HGH. It's not an injectable.
Okay, so here's what you got to
Something
say,
that your
guys.
body makes naturally.
Yes.
Okay, even closer. So if we mix everybody together, put you all in a blender, we'll have a margarita.
Thank
So,
God.
so hear me out. Thanks, Lee. So here's the deal, guys. Injectable HGH is exogenous hormone. You are putting somebody else's HGH, whether it be natural, a cow, or in the US, biosynthetic or bioidentical, into your system. You are putting more than you need in each dose into your belly fat because not everything makes it out of the belly fat. You inject human growth hormone with an insulin syringe into your belly. You could do it with a pill, but 99% of the people do HGH with an injection with an insulin syringe. Okay? And you put more, your pituitary produces picograms. Picograms are like eight fractions of a gram, like micro fractions of a gram is a picogram. Okay, your pituitary produces picograms, tiny amounts, hopefully every night. If you have more than 2 glasses of wine tonight, you ain't producing any natural HGH. You could put as much Somaderm as you want. The only thing it's going to help you with after that wine, right? Like the Toronto events, um, you're only gonna produce, you're gonna get thyroid balance and adrenal balance. You're not gonna get any HGH benefits. Our product stimulates the natural production in your body. So when anybody says, well, I heard it's dangerous, no, you don't understand our product. So if you want to understand, and this is where I do the take it away technique. You listen, you got a misconception of what our product is. So either you want me to explain it to you or you don't want to know because you are talking about traditional exogenous HGH. So if you want to learn about a product and how it works and why it's unique and why it sold 10 million bottles and why we sold $1 billion of it in the last 5 years, okay, I'll tell you why. You don't get cocky, but have posture. And here's the difference. Our product, the HGH in our product does one thing and one thing only. It stimulates the production of human growth hormone in your own pituitary. Whatever it's doing to your body is what your body would have done anyway on its own if you didn't abuse your endocrine system or your endocrine system wasn't getting abused by external sources. Do you want to know more? Now, the reason do you want to know more is, are they giving you a soft no? Okay. Okay. Are they giving you a soft no? Or are they giving you, oh, I didn't know that. And I don't know, but there's people on here I've done calls for, and I've gone up against the most negative people. If they want to know, a skeptic just doesn't want to be made a fool of. So if you treat them with the right amount of information, they will respond properly. Okay. So bottom line is this. We are stimulating the natural production in your body. There is no way to overdose. We are not giving you radicalized human growth hormone. What you are referring to is the traditional methods of increasing HGH by exogenous. We are improving your natural production by using actual human growth hormone in a microdose. There's probably 4 to 6 picograms in a dose of Somaderm or less. That's what your body produces, and it's gone in 45 minutes in your system. Our product is undetectable. It's micro-detectable when you take it. In 45 minutes, it's non-existent in your body anymore, depending on your metabolism. If you got a slow metabolism, it can take up to an hour and a half, and what you just put on your system is gone. It's gone already. Why? It's the pumping action. It's there, it's gone. It's there, it's gone. It's there, it's gone. Right?
Pulses.
So the gone is what makes your pituitary want to go to work. All our product does is put your pituitary on a treadmill and gets it back functioning again. All right? Yes, injectables, pills, anything you do, the only thing that would really compete with our product is 72 hours worth of fasting, which is equivalent to one 2-pump dose of Somaderm. Over 72 hours of fasting, right, will have the same effect. No, I would say, no, I got to be fair. Let me not be. Probably a day, one full day of Somaderm, meaning 2 pumps in the morning, 2 pumps at night, after you've been on the product for 30 days. Or a good leg workout, which is probably equivalent to 1 pump once a day to get those HGH levels up naturally with 0 side effects. Okay. So that's what we got to understand, is that if you don't understand the mechanism of this product, when people are evaluating the product, you got to talk about the mechanism. What makes this unique? Webber says, we have the most unique product in the industry, and our product is so different than any other product in the industry. And blah, blah. That's why. That's why. And I have so much conviction about it, because you can buy everything in this product anywhere except for the HGH, because that is a controlled substance. So we have a special FDA registration with an FDA registered facility in a pharmaceutical, because they take this big amount of HGH, reduce it down, it gets into our product. Until the product is formulated, it's illegal. Once it becomes homeopathic, it becomes legal for us to sell without a prescription. But we're reducing that effectiveness. We take out the pharmaceutical and leave the potential. That's what homeopathy is. But I don't want to get into homeopathy. Bottom line is, our product is only there to raise your natural production. That's the only reason it's there, is to raise your natural production of your hormones. Okay, of your HGH. Supernala Sui works a little different, and the thyroidinum works a little different. That's a little bit more proactive. In fact, if you get a result in 3 days, it's not the HGH. Your HGH levels are really not elevating in the first 30 days of using the product. Even with an injectable, you're not getting a noticeable difference in the HGH levels. All right, Angel, back to you.
That's all great, but that's not selling, Paul. That's not selling anything. We're not wanting to tell people
Oh, I
about
agree. I agree. But
like it's the
everybody's like, they're getting
sexiness
those
of what if you
objections.
could activate your youth hormone, look better, feel better, get your life back, all that stuff. That's what's selling. So we all love this product already. We're sold on it. We're going to use it. The people who show up on this Saturday call, they're using the product every single day. We're using it. How do we sell it? That's the problem that we're running into right now with New Life is how are we selling it? What's sexy? What do people want? They want that youth hormone. What if you could activate your youth hormone for only $140 when celebrities and people who have the money are paying thousands of dollars every single month to be able to get the same result, right? We want to know all the information. And yes, you're going to come across the people who are like, tell me about this ingredient and that ingredient and why is it in there? And we have that whole video from Ellie that we did where it was the Q&A, right? Where like if you have those people, there are tools to be able to send to them. And that's what this call is really about. It's like, what are the tools and why are we not using them? What is the system and why are we not following it? What is the whole 5/5 and getting the exposures and everything? It's great for all of us to know everything about the products and why it works and why we love it so much. Why we need other people to love it. Because everybody here, if I'm not mistaken, wants to be making a paycheck, correct? Like everybody here wants to be earning money from sharing these products. It's not just about, oh, I want to bless people so they can feel better. Yes,
Right.
we have the number one product. We have the only product, but people don't care about that. When I say that to people, oh, we have no competition and we're the only HGH gel out there, they're like, I don't care. Is it going to work for me? Right? Like they don't care about what we love. They care about what their problem is. I'm not going to go into the slides today, Paul. I think that we're already at 15 minutes before the hour and it was probably a 45-minute presentation. So we can save that for next Saturday. But um I don't know, thoughts, guys? Like what I really wanted to stress to you guys about today is the exposure stage. And I feel like we're all great at making the connections and possibly even having the conversations. That part isn't really tricky for us. It's the exposure. And I feel like Paul and I have always said, get us on a Zoom, get us on a Zoom. Here's our Calendly link, book us. Some people are really implementing that, some people aren't. There's a strategy that other people are using in other companies, which is what we have shared in the Business Roadmap to Success call, which is the 3-way or the 5-way chat. Hey, Paul, it's great that you're taking a look at this. Or hey, Diana, I love that you're taking a look at the Somaderm. I'm going to add you into a chat with Teresa and Wanda. They've been using this product for over a year each. They're going to be able to answer your questions better than I can even answer them. So I'd love for you to meet them, add them into a chat. We're on Facebook, we go into a Facebook group. We're in texting, we go into a text group. We're on Instagram, we go into an Instagram group. We are not, I can't say it enough, guys, because this is working in other companies. And then guess what happens? The people that you add them to are more aggressive than you. So Teresa is going to continue to follow up because if it's benefiting Teresa and it's benefiting her volume, why wouldn't she? Hey, Diane. Hey, what did you think about what we shared? What are your questions? I'm going to come in and say, Diane, I love that you got information from Teresa and Wanda. Do you have any questions? Do you want to hop on a call or are you ready to get started? We are not doing this enough and it works. Like this works, guys. People use it every single day and we're just not. And I don't know like where do you feel like the gap is missing? And I know I don't know if it's Teresa or Wanda. You have your hand up, so go ahead and then let's figure out where that miscommunicate is happening. I can't hear you, hun.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay. So circling back to Barb's original thing about objections and what you're just bringing up, I'm thinking Wanda and I sat down and watched the 4 elements to a yes, and we both took pages of notes. And it's not that I didn't know it, but it was presented in a great way, and I had to look at where I was falling down. I think one of the challenges Barb has at the moment is that she is meeting people in a retail environment, and she doesn't have the time to do step one, which is really build the rapport. So if she can get the information and all that, that's great. But I think the next step is not sending even sending the video. It's to say, hey, I can't. There's something I'll share with you, but I have to do it after work. I'm on company time right now. right? Could
Mhm.
I call you when I get home from work tonight? And if they go, yes, I get home at 8 o'clock. Is that too late? No, fine. I'll call you. What's your number? And then that's where I think the step is that's missing because
Yeah.
I've been telling her, send him the video and blah, blah, blah. That rapport step has not been built.
Well,
And
Teresa,
that's
I'm
where
glad you said four elements to yes is a training we give when you either take our webinar. I don't think we do it on the webinar anymore, but if you buy the course, and I'm not trying to sell the course, you don't have to buy the
no,
course.
it's free. It's free before the course.
Yeah,
Everybody
it's
can.
in the back
Oh,
office.
oh, it's
Yeah.
free.
Yeah.
Okay, it's free. So it's free before the course. So if you register for the course and don't buy it, you could have it for free. So I recommend everybody do that because, and here's the deal. The four elements to yes. I'm not going to do it here, but the rapport, most of you don't think that's a fucking waste of time. And it's not. I build rapport and when you get good at the four elements to yes, you build rapport, you can build rapport simultaneously. Jocelyn's on this call. I'm going to release a call that I did for her, sending a message to one of her people who was highly skeptical. I did rapport building and fact finding and overcoming objection all in one shot. It takes some skill. It takes some time to be able to do that. Maybe we should publish that call. I asked her permission. She did say yes. I just didn't have a chance to do it yet. But you can rapport, but you try to do each step first on the four elements. Because if you don't hit all four, you're not ever going to get a yes, ever, 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 ever. Ever. And I like what Angel's, maybe we should redo the four elements because what she's talking about now is what's in it for them. What is in it for them? Oh, Alexi, 20 years ago, started with this, and then we have this, and this is our building, and I'm guilty of it too. They don't give a shit. They don't care that I'm a diamond or you're a grand poobah or you made $40 million in your last deal. They don't care. What's in it for me? What's in it for me? How is my pain going to go away? My emotional pain, my physical pain, my lack of results, my medicine cabinet full of crap that I bought, believing people like you, the people that came before you that sold me all of this crap. That's what you're missing in the US and North America in general, right? We want to brag about, we're making it about us. I'm this, I that, Alexi this, Angel that, Teresa this. Teresa, I'm guilty of it. I open up every call about your success in isogenics. Okay? That's great, but what does it mean to them? They're like, well, I'm not going to go and start isogenics 20 years ago and then work for 20 years and then come join you in New Your Life. How do I get this stuff in my hands right now? And is it really going to work for me? And what happens if it doesn't? But the bottom line is you got to build rapport so there's that trust. But if you don't hit those four elements, and even though some of you are hitting all four to get a yes because the other person's hitting those 4 points for you. They're asking a question that solves that. They're building rapport. Oh my God, you're from New Jersey? I'm from New Jersey too. Are you from Jersey? I'm from Jersey. Remember that from Saturday Night Live? So, but if you don't build rapport, why are they going to trust anything you say? And you could do it in seconds. You can build rapport in seconds. You could build rapport in years. Either way, you got nothing to lose by building rapport. Okay?
No.
Alan is crushing it in the Philippines right now. When he joined us 3 years ago, he did nothing. He didn't recruit a single person. I paid for his position. He never got his in ordership. Now he's the #1 producer of the Philippines. Was it worth the investment? At the time, I didn't know. At the time, I didn't know. But guess what? How many of you would have done that? And then when you call them up, say, you know what, you son of a gun, you didn't do this and you didn't do that, whatever else. My #1 guy in the Philippines was a guy who I met 3 years ago. And if Angel didn't make a phone call and say, hey, Alan, what are you doing now? Oh, I heard you guys are building in the Philippines again. And I just want to see, maybe I'll whatever. Right? Angel, any points? Because I'm ranting today.
I think that what we've heard today actually goes so well with what the presentation was going to be, guys. What I'm going to commit to this team, here's honestly where I
That's
feel.
very easy to say when we're not seeing the presentation, but
Well, you talk too much, so I don't know what to tell you. But I'm gonna actually commit to I'm gonna commit to getting these other bits and pieces of that presentation together so that everything comes, because what Barb said about what she needs, it's all about the system. So it's about, okay, if you plug them into this and they do this, then you do that. If they do this, then you do that. If they say this, then you do that. And that's what everything needs to be. So let me spend this week getting all of that infrastructure together so that the presentation next Saturday is even better, right? Where we come in and we're like, okay, guys, this is the new strategy. This is how, not new. Maybe there were just bits and pieces missing. And Paul and I are really good at systems and strategy. And like Teresa knows, we've got things going on with the team, but it's like, did we not, the 5/5, what are the missing infrastructure pieces for the especially exposure component and the follow-up that we're missing? Those two things are not being completed, so nobody's getting to a decision because we're not having people sitting in the exposure and follow-up point,
well, and
right?
the exposure and follow-up would have to be, so I think that we have to I think we overlay the 4 elements with the 5/5 and say, okay,
Yeah.
at the conversation stage, you got to be thinking rapport. How are you building rapport in that conversation? It's not, have you heard about the gel? Because that says, I want you to buy something from me. That worked when you had momentum phase and it was a whole bunch of network marketers. That phrase, which did so well for us, was because we were talking about network marketers who were looking for an opportunity.
And
Not
there's both sides of it though, right? Like there's, okay, what if they are a network marketer? We never want you guys to feel like, oh no, I've got this person, or oh no, I've got this and I don't know what to do next. Those are the steps we're missing. And I was talking to people this week that have boards and they've got, if they say this, then you do that. If they say this, then you, and that's what we're missing. I'm not a huge scripts believer because I like when we have a Teresa and it's like, you can't script Teresa. I can't be a Teresa on the spot if I wanted to, but she can. But what about the people that Teresa brings in that just want to know exactly what to do? And when you know what to do, we got to remember that we talk to people about network marketing like it's this freedom and money and entrepreneurship and just work around your schedule. Sure, but what are they really? They're an employee mindset person. They
right.
want to be told, they want to be walked through the steps 1 through 5 of the business roadmap to success. Does anybody know them? Join, get on your subscription. No,
Get
sorry,
in, get
join.
on, get others, get paid.
Yeah, well, that too. Join, but no, it's join, pick your pack, get on your subscription, get to promoter, get those 2 people to promoter. That's the simple 5-step system. But along the way, we have left that behind because all of us are like, I want to do so much bigger and I'm going to find all the people. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. That is the actual step-by-step system. And we're not plugging people into an onboarding system that's walking them through that. And actually, Paul's going to Utah. We've been having conversations.
We're not talking about that right now. I am going, but it's not public.
Oh, sorry. Paul's not going to Utah. And
I'm the only one going, and that's the problem.
oh, well, that's whatever.
He's going, but he's not talking.
And I'm not talking to Stony. There's nothing happening. Nothing is being planned. Anyways, we're going to make sure that this onboarding system is for New Life. It's nothing to do with Paul and I's team. It is about getting a better
They
system.
thought about it all on their own.
Yep. Woo. One of the best companies I ever joined, and they're no longer existent, so I can say it, is Beachbody when it came to systems and strategies. I got an email saying, print this off, do this every single day. If you do this, then do that. And then the next day, I got another email telling me what to do. What are you laughing at?
I just want to say something, how I'm heartbroken with you guys. Alan just texted me from the Philippines and he said, do you want to give away 1 lift on just the first person who enrolls? And I said, no, you know what? We're not going to have that big of a response, whatever. There's only 32 people on the call. So just give everybody who joins, give them a lift. I have to pay for 8 lifts.
Awesome.
We got a total of 8 registrations tonight, Paul.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And that's in a country where a price objection should be huge.
$200 is the monthly income in the Philippines. 200 a month is the monthly income.
Mhm. So
May I ask
anyways,
a question, please?
yes.
Yeah, who's that, Lee?
I just quickly, do you think, I have no clue, I'm just asking. Do you think that the mindset of Americans is much different than the mindset of other countries, that we are so
1000%.
skeptical?
Everybody's lazy. Give it to me. I'm
Yes,
going to put a post on
yes.
social media and I'm going to be a millionaire because I'm famous or I'm this or I'm that.
That's
It's
why we struggle,
not.
I think.
It's not. Yeah, you got to say, what is your pain? What's the
How do you
people
solve people's
will
problems?
run. If you tell people you could look like me, you could sound like me, you could buy these clothes, you wish you had this bag, doesn't motivate people. It's either creating a little bit of a longing or it's creating a jealousy. Okay. And then people are going to, so they'll smile, they'll like and everything else. But here's the bottom line: people will spend more time, more effort, more money getting out of their pain point than they will chasing pleasure. Because if everybody wanted that $3,000 handbag, they'd be building their New Life business or the network marketing business, or they will be making phone calls. But if you look, we know this for a fact. If I post, here's the 7 things you need to do to become a millionaire. Guess what? We've been telling you this shit for 8 years. But if I tell you these are the 7 things that you're doing wrong for your health, or here's the 5 things you're doing wrong that's keeping you from being successful, guess how many clicks we get? So what does that tell us? More people are trying to figure out how to not be in pain or how to avoid a painful situation than they are about how am I going to afford that $3,500 handbag. They're not willing to do the work to get the $3,500 handbag, but they'll click. And we could show you, we've got a lot of stuff going on in the back scenes, guys. It just takes a while to build it. We have a team of 60 people building our digital marketing. It's almost ready. Those of you in the course, you will be taking the course inside of our digital platform. But it takes time to put it all together, guys, and it takes money, and it's hard. But we're doing it so you don't have to do it. But you got to stop promising people the world and just telling them we could take away your pain. We could take away your problems. People will pay more attention to that. Because when you're feeding when you put a lot of stuff out there that's not solving their problem, all you're doing is feeding your ego, right? And they're sitting back saying, oh, that's nice, oh, that's cool, oh, that's a beautiful vacation, or that's a beautiful, and it's all good, don't get me wrong, lifestyle is critical, but the call to action has to be not you can do this, you could have an airplane too, because most people don't believe they can have an airplane. What they do know is say, hey, you know what? That uric acid that's building up in your knees, Somadurn could help you with that. That thyroid. And by the way, right, they'll see the lifestyle, but you got to have the call to action. Where did they start? Where did they start to relieve the pain that's going to get them to get to a track? And then they'll say, oh, you know what? This really worked for me. So now I'm going to go and do that. Now I want to chase that lifestyle. Because most of you, if you present that lifestyle, most people believe they can't have it. So they're living vicariously through you. They're living vicarious through the pictures of the airplanes and all of that stuff, but they never really feel they could achieve it. So what can they achieve? They could achieve some of the results that Teresa got, that I got, that Jocelyn got, that Diane got, that Angel got, that Rochelle got, and everybody else who's on this call that got something out of it. That we know we could deliver. We know we can't deliver an airplane to everybody because it works hard. It takes a lot to be able to build a New Life business. Now, here's another thing to attract people to. You may want to be a millionaire and you don't think network marketing can get there, but guess how you're going to get the skills? Guess how you're going to get the skills and the knowledge to be able, you may not end your career in network marketing, but everybody should start their career in network marketing.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah.
if you can't solve these basic skill sets, You can take it to real estate. You could take it to
Right.
being a doctor. You could take it to getting educated. These skill sets will follow you for the rest of your life. The rest of your life. Go ahead.
Right.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm really messing up today's call. Anybody notice my ear? I shaved the hair off my ear today. It's been bleeding. I was on the call. See what happens when you hit your 60s? I just took a chunk off my ear and it bled for 2 hours straight. For 2 hours straight, it bled. Okay.
Wow.
I saw it, but didn't want to say anything and send you off down a rabbit hole, something else.
Yeah. I don't.
And
Yeah.
then I'd get in trouble.
If it wasn't that, it would be something else. I'm down a rabbit hole already.
You gotta pluck.
But
No,
Lisa,
no
good.
shaving, pluck.
Yeah, but good point on the whole thing. Why is it not working here? We're finding what's going to work here. Listen, if you thought every company's having the difficulty because we got to find out how to reach the mindset of the new North American mindset. COVID, all of these things has everybody that I don't know what to do. Woe is me. The government owes me a living. I can't believe I went through so much. And when is it going to be my turn? Well, guess what? Nobody's coming to save anybody. Never was, never will be, and everything. So we got to find a way to reach people to make them take action. I'm sorry, it's easier in other countries. You know why? Because it's harder in other countries. People will know how to fill out a form to get a snap card, and they'll figure out how to do 2 snap cards and 3 and fill out the forms and everything else. But they're like, I don't know how to register to vote. I don't know how to do it. You don't know how to do any of that. But if your snap card meant you got to fill out 22 pages of forms, you'll know how to fill out those 22 pages of forms, right? Why? Because people are looking for that. What's in it for me? What I'm owed. I'm a victim, right? And victim mentality, people usually stay in that mentality, and it's hard because that's what's growing in North America, right? And to be honest with you, some of it's by design. Some of it's by design.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead, Angel.
I think we're good unless anybody else has anything to say today. I think we can.
I there's a gal that I communicate with on Facebook. I know her through real estate, but she posted a picture and her face was all bruised under her eyes, parts on her cheek and parts like on her chin, and she was talking about the stem cells that she got injected into her face. And she was sort of joking, I want to look 25. I want to look 25 again. She's probably late 40s, maybe early 50s. And I messaged her and I said, you want to look 25? How about feeling 25 again? And she said, no, because I'm not.
I honestly, with her, what I would say is, hey, so and so, I saw your post. I love that you're chasing youth. That's exactly what, a lot of us are doing. I'm never one to pressure, but I always love to share. I love, like, I saw you're getting stem cell. I have a product that actually works really well with stem cell, especially for healing, promoting youth. If that's something you're open to hearing more about, I'd love to share it with you. If not, no problem. But I just wanted to reach out because I'm with you, girl. I want to feel 25 too.
Yeah.
Right? Or I want to look 25 too. Or look 25. She said look 20. Like, take what she said and say the no pressure, but I just have to reach out to you because this product that I use every single, I don't know if you see me sharing what I'm doing, but this product that I use every single day is actually, it combines with stem cells so great. We have doctors who say, like, if you're on stem cell, you need to be on this product. Like, you don't need to go into everything. Just if you're open to having a conversation about it, I'd love to share it with you or just even send you some information. Let me know. If she still says no, like, her answer was, I mean, it was rude, but her answer was her saying, you did not identify something, like you didn't relate to her in a way, and you did nothing wrong. Trust me, like Rochelle, like you did exactly what most people would do. But it's more like, okay, get into her psyche, right? And that's again where if we had kind of those kind of scripts where it's like, oh, somebody posted this. They want to look younger. They're doing their Botox, they're doing their fillers, they're posting, they have no problem posting their post procedure face, right? So she's not hiding that it's all about vanity. So then you got to hit her with vanity in your product, right? So sure, feel younger. Oh, I'm not 25, so I'm not going to feel that way. But you could go back to her now and say, I get it. I totally get it. But we have women in there, like if she's in her 50s, don't say their 60s, but use a comparison. So use like a me or somebody else. Like we have women in their 40s who are feeling like they did in their 20s. And so that's honestly why I was reaching out to you, because I think there's something that would actually help you along with your stem cell stuff. I don't want to ever put any pressure on you. You know, you can chat GPT that too and just be like, here's the woman. Give chat GPT her profile. Say, this is her. What would you say to this woman based on who she is? What do you analyze about her that I should say to her, right? Like that will help you to just have a quick, maybe 2 or 3 sentence paragraph you send back, laugh and say, oh, I get it. I get it. I know. I know. I'm in my 70s. I would love to feel 25 too. I know we're past that time, but I know you're younger. I know you want to feel like you want to look 25. And this is why I said that, right? Like, just, I don't know. Anybody else on that?
Yeah, I think that that generation is looking for easy fixes. So they go with the
Yep.
Botox and they go with all the, the fillers and things like that. But I think we need to approach it more on the vanity side than the health side.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think honestly, you know who you're talking to. I mean, if you think somebody is the vanity side, then approach that. If you think somebody is the health side, approach that. I mean, you have to like know that person. And I do the same thing. Like if I anytime I get some message back, I'm like, okay, before I spew or like do something like wrong or not say enough or oversay, I'll put this is what they said in ChatGPT, and they'll say, okay, and I'll be like, I don't want to sound salesy, I don't want to sound pushy, I want to, meet them where they are, et cetera, et cetera. And they give me a nice response and I like it or I tweak it or whatever, and then I put that back and then it becomes a conversation back and forth. And it's not, then that person sees that I'm not trying to sell them, I'm trying to meet them at that place. And then you might start having that conversation of, well, you said this will help me feel younger too. You know what I mean? Like, because sometimes you can manipulate their thought process without, like kind of meeting them where they are and agreeing with them. And, instead of trying to like sell it and tell them that you can look, I mean, literally, who doesn't want to feel 25 again? Suck my dick. Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Like, come on. I mean, you want to look it, but you don't want to feel it. Okay, shut
I know
up.
that
Shut
was my thought.
up, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that me, I would say, okay, ChatGPT, this is what I want to say to her. Like, you want to feel it, you want to see it, but you don't want to feel it. Shut up, bitch. And then it would say, okay, well, Danny, you can't say that. And then it will tell me what at least I get to tell ChatGPT what I want to say. And then ChatGPT will give me the correct professional way to say it.
Yeah, really.
There is another approach. I don't know how you feel about it, but you could certainly direct message the individual and say, I saw your post, but if you're open to it, I'd like to have a conversation. I'd like you to tell me about this procedure. I want to hear your story. I'm very interested.
Mm-hmm.
Who doesn't want to talk about themselves?
Right.
So there you go. And then it's like, I've looked into this. I'm a little curious. Would you be open to having a conversation with me? If so,
yeah.
Would you prefer Zoom? Like if they say, sure, I'll talk to you, then, set it up and then ask them questions, ask them why, ask them what led them there, like get them to talk about themselves. There's your rapport building. Like brag, you know what? One of the things you and Angel and Paul do when they do their 3 and 5-way calls is they'll say to the new person, brag about yourself. Brag about yourself. Tell me what are you good at? What do you like doing?
Yeah.
That is so not salesy, right? So I just think if you can get them to talk about their pain, at some point, you're just going to say, golly, what you're going through sounds really, really difficult. I actually know some people who have had that experience, not me, thank God. That sounds horrible. They've had relief. Do you want me to, like, I'm actually using what they're using for something completely different, but do you want some information on what these people got help with? Because I'm getting a different kind of help, but I know it helps that, whatever,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
right? But
Yep.
it's just, but ask people, I'm curious. I've reached out to a lot of people. One lady this morning, it was something about, what did, I don't know, what do you take for, nervous leg, whatever? And I said, magnesium is really good, but there's something else I could tell you about. And, DM me, and left it there. So I
Mhm.
threw her some value, but, there's something else.
Right.
If you're at all curious, right? Because I think my upline sponsor once said, Tracy, you have the tendency to just like drop your pants on the first date there. You got to be a little bit seductive and kind of, get them to ask you some questions. You're just like, that, woohoo. I don't see the issue, but no, it's not the best approach. Anyways, on that, I'll shut up.
I love that.
I had a friend of mine, she on Facebook, she was like, okay, ladies, what collagen are you guys using? Because I'm getting tired of trying this, and this, whatever, nothing's working. So I just went, and I know her, I just went and I said, I've tried the powders and they get messy and I don't have the time to make the shakes and the smoothies. And if you only put it in your coffee, you know what I mean? Like your coffee then becomes, double the size because you have to put all of that collagen into the coffee to get the benefit, et cetera, et cetera. I said, I found Somanite. It's a liquid thing. I take it 20 minutes before I go to bed. There's no mess, no muss, whatever. And I said, and it's the best one that I found that works. And maybe it's the best one because it's the only one that I actually stay using consistent. I said, but I won't use another one. And then she was like, girl, message me, give me that information. And then so I sent it to her. And then somebody else was like, Danny, and I don't even know this girl. She's like, Danny, I need that. Give me some information. So, I didn't even say that I'm selling this or whatever. I'm just like, this is a product that I use, and I've tried this and that and nothing really worked. Or maybe it was just my inconsistent with those things because it was messy and it was time consuming,
Yeah.
So not to put your product down, but this is why I love my product because it actually works because I'm consistent with it.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And always give that third party social credibility. So
Mm-hmm.
actually work with a lot of med spas who put this collagen into their spa. We
Mm.
work with a lot of med spas that use the Somaderm along with other, facial stuff that women are getting done and reconstructive work. Would love to share it with you. Like
Mm-hmm.
give yourself that, hey, you're a realtor right now, right? You're a realtor that partners with med spas who actually implement this in giving it to their customers or selling it to their customers that want better results. So you're actually providing value just by saying that, right? So it's
Mm-hmm.
all about if you're always overthinking, where can you go to the social proof? Where is your credibility? Where is your value stack? Just like we always say, right? You don't have to have a med spa underneath you, Rochelle. It doesn't matter. You know that other people in the company do.
Mm-hmm.
We work with med spas. We have this
Oh,
being
and
sold.
also, by the way, what are we doing when we talk to chiropractors, talk to doctors, talk to med spas, talk to all this? What are we trying to do? We're going to try to get somebody else to do the work that we should be doing, which is getting a customer.
Mhm.
Right.
And you guys can do that all day long because how many of you have bought something off the internet? I'll let you include Amazon in the last 30 days. At least one item.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Has anybody bought anything off of a Facebook link or at least saw something on a Facebook link and then went to Amazon to try to find it?
Mm-hmm. Both. I've
Are
bought
they
it and
getting in
I've
the
went
car
to.
and going to their chiropractor to find it, or are they finding it because of some? Run your ad. I mean, you don't have to pay for an ad. Run your ad and sell your product, and that's it. What are you looking to do? Everyone's trying to get a shortcut. If I get a doctor, he's going to sell a lot of
Right.
product for me. If I get a chiropractor, he's going to sell a lot of product for me. What you're really saying is, I want the result. I don't want to do the work.
Mm-hmm.
And the people doing the work are the people getting the benefit. It is 12:18 midnight in Philippines right now, and Alan is telling me he's enrolling 8 people.
I love it.
The people doing the work are going to get the result,
Mhm.
right? It's not hard work, guys. This is so effing easy. It's ridiculous. You know, I love the product. I love the product. I can tell you anything about the product. Don't tell me. I know it all already. Don't
Hey,
tell
Rochelle,
me.
Rochelle, question. When you're selling houses, do you have like your gifts that you give that person that bought the house? Like, do you give them a, wine or home gifts or anything like that? Because
Yeah,
I was thinking you could implement like little samples. You can give them a Somanite, a tri-MLT, if we had the AWE samples, an MLT, like you could package up a little hormone health sample package and
yeah, we
put,
also had a gift, like a closing gift.
Mhm.
We would give them, yeah. And I did. I would do different things, some samples, maybe a
Yeah.
bottle of something, because usually the package was a couple $100 or more,
Hmm.
depending on the commission. But yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Well, depending on your commission is right. How many of you have had a customer for more than for a bottle of gel for more than 4 months, 5 months? And if you're making $45 on a retail customer, it's not worth it to send them a $20 gift card to keep them on for the year, or a
Right.
$10 Dunkin' Donuts gift card. Are you running a business? If you're so worried about that, you got to think about the bigger picture, right? If you're
Mhm.
basically going from an approach of I need money instead of I need to create value,
Mhm.
you're not going to grow. You're just not going to grow, right? Well, why would I just made $45. Why would why I need that $45, right? Because there's no abundance in that mindset thinking. You can make $45. Would you spend $5 to make $45?
Absolutely.
Send them a $5 Dunkin' Donuts gift card in a little box with they bought a Somaderm from you and you made $45. Send them to Soma Nights in a little box. We all get those little blue boxes with our one Somaderm in it every month, right? I'm going to be making up a whole bunch of little boxes with 2 Somaderm, just 2 Soma Nights. Hey, I'd love for you to try this product. Thanks for coming in. Thanks for buying that Somaderm. I'd love for you to try this product on me. Tell me if you like it.
Mhm.
All right,
All
guys, I
right, I
got
think
10
we're
minutes
done,
left.
guys. Have a great weekend. This
Can
was
I
a
say
great
something,
call.
please? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey
Okay.
guys, great call.
So I just wanted to say something about like it's hard, okay, like life is hard, whatever. But there's also easy pieces to it. So as an example, um, I've been reaching out to people on Facebook, and I'm just, for the most part, selecting people that look like fun to me. And so there's this one woman, and she's singing on her Facebook page, and I'm thinking, oh yeah, like that's my kind of person. She looks like a lot of fun. So I make a friend request, and I just started doing this, and I've been listening to these calls for over a year now, and I think I'm starting to embody it. So anyhow, she accepts my friend request, and then I send her a message and I say, thank you for accepting my friend request. I said, would you be open to a 20-minute Zoom chat? I'd really love to get you to get to know you more. I said, no pressure, no pitch, just a friendly chat. And where did I learn that from? I learned that from you, Angel, right?
Yeah.
And I thought, oh, I'm starting to sound like Angel. I think I'm getting it.
Yeah.
And she
Yeah.
responded back. She responded back, absolutely, or something, of that sort. And I thought, wow, that was easy.
Yeah. And that's the connection and the conversation, right? Will it lead to an exposure? Who cares, right? Yes, that's our ultimate goal, but to go in with that intention is not going to work. You're making a connection and a friendship. Hey, this is so Oh my gosh, Julie, it's been so great to get to know you on this call. A little bit of what I do, I work with women in hormone health. If you know any woman who's ever coming to you like complaining about her hormones, I would love the referral. Let me know how I can refer to you, right? You're not doing the sale to her, you're combining your networks to say, how do we benefit each other? And that's where those connections come in so much. We always think, oh, how am I going to lead them to a new lifestyle? No, it's how do we help each other? Okay, this is what I do, this is what you do. Okay, actually, I know some people that would be great for you. Hey, I'm going to connect you to Julie. She does, I don't know, taxes, whatever, right? Like whatever she does, but like it's a really good strategy and just have it be a natural call, right? Like where it's just we're sharing what we're doing. Marika, how are you?
Hi, Angel. I'm just gonna request if when you're done, if you could give me like 5 minutes. If you could give me a call at 5 minutes, I just want you here for 2 seconds.
Of
Is that
course,
okay?
yes. I will give
All
you a
right.
call.
Thank you. I
Okay,
appreciate it.
you bet. All right, ladies, gentlemen, there's still some gentlemen on here. It's been so good. Such a great call. Great Saturday. I'm going to call Marika and have a chat with her. But we love you guys. And Wanda, thank you for sharing that at the end. That's exactly the steps. And so next week we'll go a little bit more into detail about the systems and how we can get this all together. Okay, guys, because I think we need just a little bit more fine-tuned detail on what we're doing. So love you guys. Enjoy your
Thanks,
visit, Wanda and
everyone.
Teresa.
Take care. Thank you.
Thank you guys.